GM Farcaster. It is Wednesday, April 17th. And you are here with Downish Prof and Adrian for 21 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. GM Adrian, how are you today?
Good morning. Good morning. We went live a few minutes ago, and I'm now trying to
tell people that we're going live.
Know in the group chat we're going live, which just tells you what type of day it is.
Yeah, we're. I feel like
I'll be 30 seconds behind everything today.
The next 2 weeks are going to be rough. I'm like, there's not enough time in the day is the bottom line. So we're doing the best we can here. But
aren't we having fun?
We're having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. But yesterday was crazy and I apologize for getting the recording out so late. That was an amazing chat we had with July. I went back, read the chat, and that was really interesting to see all your comments in there. But it was a crazy day because I went from that to like a meeting and then another call. And then I recorded Zero Pod with Toady, and he was interviewing Will Papper from Syndicate. And that was really interesting. But also my brain felt like it was so technical that after July and Will Papper, I was like, my brain is done. Like, and then I had to go teach a class. It's like,
I don't know.
It's too much.
And then we got the episode out, or you got the episode out around.
And then I got the episode out after class.
Who missed it?
Finally. Yeah, finally got it out. But I didn't get to tag everybody and do all the things. So I'll refresh that again later this week. So, but
okay. And I just uploaded it all to the other platforms this morning.
Okay. So we're just a little behind on all the things.
I don't know if you saw what I casted yesterday after the July episode. It was in a reply to someone. So if Warpcast stopped doing reply bumps, maybe you didn't see. But
I did not see it.
I missed the reply bumps. Anyway,
so maybe just Tony. He did the same thing the other day, actually.
Yeah,
we were talking about that.
But I noticed. So I had an appointment shortly after our chat with July, and in my car, I'm driving. I just felt so calm, like I was not rushed.
It's very calming. Yeah.
Our energy and can be a little frantic.
What do you mean?
I own it. I am over-caffeinated.
I think what you mean. I think you're talking about me.
No.
I think you're a little calmer than I am. I tend to be.
Cheers for my.
Cheers.
I love that you think you're more frantic than I am, because inside it's just turmoil in my head at all times.
It's the duck underneath. Yeah. So this is, but we definitely have
July's
level is very different. Yeah,
I think it affected me all day. It was like, okay, we're gonna play long-term games.
You're gonna chill. It's fine.
And we're gonna be building flying cars and together.
For however long it takes. Yes, together.
Because we're a seniors, which means we're all part of it.
We're all building flying cars. That was amazing. It was such an amazing talk. So loved it.
The chat says 100% you're the frantic one.
I mean, obviously, like, this is not a surprise to me at the slightest. Yeah, I understand. Believe me, I'm definitely the more frantic one. If you could see the stuff that I throw at her, like in private messages in our Discord, like, you should see the plans we have coming, or the plans I have coming that I'm dragging her along with me. It's like a little frantic. It's a little frantic. Anyway, okay, let's get into it. We've got things to talk about. So this was interesting. This is a little puzzle for you all in the chat. If you know, you know. And there's 3 images here. And here's what I came and I said. This is the first thing I said to Adrian. Do you know? Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. And this was Dan in response to the Farcaster Foundation deciding what feature to turn off next. I believe this is a reference to the foundation that is a part of the Crypto the Game lore that's building. So this is my guess. However, I have no idea what's on the top. I have no idea what's happening. But more. Any other insights?
I think it's a blending probably of several references. The backgrounds look a little like Farcaster protocol NFTs, which maybe
I don't know who the people are.
Is it a mid-journey in the style of Dan Romero? And
maybe
that's his
Maybe this is Cassie.
I don't
Maybe
know.
this is V. I don't know what's happening here, but it
Every
was
now and
funny.
then, I like feeling humbled and Farcaster. If you know, you know, and I don't know, and I'm
We don't
sorry,
know.
we can't tell you.
We just don't know. So, more to come as that develops, as that story develops. I loved this from Samuel Huber. Build a cozy cast client proof of concept with 80 plus users for 3394 USDC that allows for channel mute and custom feeds. Details of implementation, post a public beta in GitHub to apply, a choice of winner by first to deliver while incorporating beta tester GC feedback. Bonnie bot. So this was a Bonnie bot, bounty bot. What is my problem today? And very cool way to sort of launch a client idea. And in related news, this is a speculation market for casts as well. Trade cash shares in frames. Share prices are based on demand. Creators earn 5% of every trade. Interesting idea. This gives me friend tech vibes for sure. And this was, I thought V's, whoops, do I not have V's comment? Oh, hold on. I have V's comment somewhere. Oops. Nope. Okay. Never mind. We lost that one. That was a really interesting idea in terms of how to fund something quickly. I thought that was really cool. And then how to implement a trial of something, a beta test of something new on Farcaster. And we always say that, FC is the new YC. And you see these things happen where they get very quick adoption. So I think more and more we're going to see that happening beyond our immediate little space right now, because it's such an amazing opportunity to get real user feedback. And there's a few things that I need to try over the next couple days when I have time. And one of them is Boy. And this was from Pfista, and I'm saying Pfista, and I know it's not Pfista, but I'm saying it anyway.
Once you tell someone what your name is not, it becomes your name, and I don't make the rules, and I'm very sorry, Pfista.
Yeah, sorry, Pfista. But this was, he clipped something from us asking for, and I can't get the sound to come up. I forgot to do this a little differently. To asking for channel mentions, notifications of channel mentions, and now he built it on boy.club. So this is amazing. Thank you, Pfista. I cannot wait to try this. I can't believe how quickly you did this. So that was amazing. And we're really excited to get that kind of notification where we can see anytime somebody mentions our channel. So I need to get that set up so I can see how it works.
I just love the video.
I love the video, and I need to do it differently so you guys can hear it.
We can't have sound. I guess we can't play the sound, but the sound was so good.
We can. It's just a little trickier,
Anyway.
It's nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. I'll get it done. Hold on. Yeah, of course.
No, you don't have to. People can go find it on the
feed. People can go find it. It's fine.
People can go find it. But
I got it. Hold on. Tag a channel. There we go. I would love. Now I got it. Here we go. What I really need is a notification on when people tag a channel. I would love that if somebody wants to. And then he did. So thank you, Pfista. That was amazing.
I want someone to. I want that for GM Farcaster. That's
what
like
somebody to make us some new music. Okay, cool. That would be fun. That would definitely be fun. I'm open to new experimentations with music. I'm open to it. I did create some with some AI, and it just wasn't as good. It was not as good. Moving on to highlight. I don't think you guys are seeing that screen. Hold on one second. See, this is what happens when I try to get fancy. Then I have to redo everything. Yeah, it's all your fault. I know. I should have had this done though. Because it's different on StreamYard, so it's not as seamless, but we shall get it done. Here we go.
You'd think by our 91st episode we'd have this down, but we're using
not so much.
We're on a new platform, so everything's new.
Did we mention that we're still doing the shitty version, but consistently every day? Did we mention that today? I still love that quote. Okay, this is from Highlight. Today, we're excited to launch 2 major features: creator rewards, splitting our mint fee 50-50 with creators on free mints, and minting with DGen. So there's information about the creator rewards. And then you can also create an NFT collection on DGen with DGen, and our buddy Sum created this one. So my first ever art on chain was a free mint with a purple hat. Ode to DGen. Was unsure if anyone would mint. Today, excited to work alongside Emoti and Yasik to announce mint with DGen and creator rewards on Highlight. Possibilities minting now. And that is my background today. And I love it. Also with Highlight was this. This was, I think this one was called Infinite Possibilities. Yep, it is. People are sleeping on infinite possibilities so far, in my opinion. Really cool Jackson Pollock inspired generative art collection by the Highlight team to celebrate their new creator rewards feature, and 50% of proceeds are being donated to Yellow to help on-chain artists. And I ended up picking up like 16 of these, not kidding. I really did. Each one's different. I love them. I think they're pretty amazing. And that came out Monday. And I of course made the joke that it was Jesse Jackson Pollock inspired. Yeah, there we go. Just follow that. Yeah, follow that. You'll get there because it's on base. If it helps you at all, that's why. Yeah, you gotta follow. You gotta follow the thought pattern there. But I love seeing what Highlight's doing, and they're experimenting with so many cool things. I loved that you can now use DGen for a lot of these mints. I think is amazing. Although I question that because, thinking back to the cookies, that mint, I don't know. We'll see, because it ended up being a lot more expensive than you thought originally. But I love the art that's coming out of there, and I love this one. It's so cute. You can't see the whole thing, but it's awesome. Cute. I love Sum. We love what you're doing. Moving on, we have this from Rob Sanchez. Launching SwapBot, Farcaster trading bot, easiest way to swap Farcaster tokens in the social feed. SwapBot by DGen, SwapBot by 100 DGen, things like that. Share and earn 50% of trading fees from swaps in your frame, tipping 75K DGen between top 3 swappers. So we're seeing a lot of interesting experiments with swapping tokens within frames. I've seen a couple of these now, one from Airstack and then this from Rob Sanchez. And it's really interesting to see this happening. It also makes me a little nervous for a couple of reasons. People might do something. It's so smooth that sometimes it's like you might do something that you didn't mean to do because there was no friction between you doing it. So just be careful. Be careful out there. And then it's just our time before somebody we don't trust as much as these two comes up with something that's nefarious. So just be careful out there. Make sure you're checking who's behind this. But I also think it's really cool to see people referring to Farcaster tokens. I thought that was interesting. And I saw Bolide did something similar too when she was talking about Farcaster tokens. Being able to swap them on the Bolide app, also really cool implementation. And I think that we're now seeing a deck, there's a deck screener that focuses on just Farcaster tokens. So
yeah, what do we mean by Farcaster tokens?
Yeah, what does that mean? I think of it as things that have taken off or were sort of founded, who's, I guess we'll call them Farcaster native now, or OGs or what have you.
Like tokens that have Farcaster lore to them that
were
created by Farcaster OGs, or
I think that's what we'd refer to it as, or members of the community, or kind of coming from the seniors.
Farcaster Cabal launch tokens. Is Warpcast launching a token? Do we know?
No, they're not launching a token.
Launching a token? I'm not sure.
They're definitely not. They're definitely not launching a token. They have said over and over again. So for those of you waiting for the Warpcast token, it's not coming. It's called Warps. You can buy it, but it's not what you think it is. So
the price doesn't fluctuate.
It never changes. It's a stable coin, except it's not. So it's just a token. Launched on Farcaster is Yes to Crypto's definition of Farcaster token. Okay, I can see that. That makes sense. I think it's some have some kind of nexus with Farcaster is the way I would refer to it as, I think. And then we have this from the Dracula team. They've been cooking over there. GMD Gens, breaking Dracula news. Sign in with Farcaster on Dracula test flight is live this week, thanks to Privy. Hey, Henry. This week, our on-chain creator fund payout will go towards not just creators, but to all Dracula users on the DGen L3. Are you ready, Anon? Doom Scroll on-chain now at Dracula.app. And I think this is pretty exciting to have this sort of, again, an additional way that you can confirm, first of all, the creator that you're following is the creator and that you're not buying a token of somebody who's, not the legit person like we saw early on. And then being able to do this on DGen L3 and that you as the viewer now can be rewarded for scrolling through. So this is pretty cool. What do you think?
Very cool. Are you still making videos on Dracula?
I am, but it's very hit or miss because it's time. Again, my time at this moment is crushed. But I did put a clip from the Noggle episode on Monday when Toady and I were both putting Noggles on. I did throw that on Dracula as well as in the Nouns channel. So yeah, I'm getting there. I do want to be putting every single one of these episodes up. But we just don't have quite the time to get this done. But we will. We're getting better.
Here, comment from the chat. They're launching sign in with Farcaster, whereas before I think there was a sign in for Farcaster. So wondering
it's different. This is on the test flight. You can sign into Farcaster on the web version, but I don't think you could on the app
mobile app.
So the mobile app version. I think it was just on the web version. So if you were just logging in through your browser, yes, you had sign in with Farcaster. But I think they're now moving it to the actual app that's on test flight, which I have not used yet. So I think that's
whether you're right or not. That sounds like a good answer.
Sounds good, right? Sounds like a good answer. So we're going to go with it. Yeah. I have a friend who always said, just pretend like you know what you're doing and then, figure it out later.
And a shout out to something we talked about 10 seconds ago. Yes to Crypto casted a list of Farcaster coin tokens.
Oh,
and what he like a whole. So we'll throw that in the show notes as well.
All right, cool. Very cool. Moving on to this fun little note. If you haven't been in the Bromero channel yet, it's pretty funny. And I like this one, bro. Why are you saying I'm a bro? Not a bot, but this user casts like a bro. And I suggested to Angel that this should be a real thing. And he said he's got enough hassle from when he calls people a bot. He doesn't want to get in trouble for calling people bro. They don't want to be called bro. I like this too. And we didn't have a chance to talk about it the other day. From Erica, our friend Heavyweight. I see folks talking about getting less engagement and being disappointed. You might not be getting less engagement. You're just getting notified less often. What if we reconsidered this and looked at it from a different perspective? How can this change our relationship with social networks and identity? And this was in response to her own cast. Okay, it has taken me some time to get used to the new notification approach, and I'm still not there yet. But I did realize a potentially inadvertent benefit for our mental health. Likes are vastly deprioritized in the new approach. We're not getting the little dopamine hits as often. So what do you think about this? With the new notifications, you're getting, I just see them as being categories. So they're all still there, but you're not getting maybe that notification in your pop-ups as often and things like that. So what are your thoughts?
Oh, and I tend to only look at priority, like the extra click to see who's liking my casts. I no longer who cares? I think it really has changed.
I think it has changed, but I still look at it. I just am not looking at it. I'm looking at priority first and mentions first, just to make sure I'm responding to anything that I need to. And then I'll maybe once a day look at the other ones. So I still look at them though.
I tend to only look at priority, and then I forget, and then I'll go back to mentions, and I realize I've missed mentions, and a lot of the mentions are from people who are,
not following or
low quality. But low quality. So you're just like,
low quality.
And then every now and then there's a good one. So I don't want to miss out if I'm not following people. I don't want to miss out on their Unless maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they show up in priority. Who knows? Like the good replies.
Some do.
I don't know. I'm still playing around with it, but
yeah. Yeah, so it feels like missing mentions and good comments now. Okay, so some people feel like they are missing some things. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's a little bit of adjustment, but I think, there's a plus and minus here. Your mental health might be better, but also it's because you're not getting those dopamine hits, and maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One thing about Dan is he's saying he's building the client he's always wanted. He said
True.
this is like what, and there's a lot of conversation about, kind of power users and people with large followings have a very different experience than people who don't use it as often or don't have as many. Like if you don't have a big following, you can be very happy with 100 followers. True. Or 50. And
once upon a time we were
different needs.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Not that long ago. It was less than 2 years ago, that's for sure. I love this from Oxford. Yes, I think you should build this. This was pretty interesting. She's in a cab and Bitcoin's accepted. So I love that. Mass adoption.
I love that. I tried making that my background the other day.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, I should have made this my background. Should we build a taxi app on Base? What do you think?
Okay, when we were using Google Meet, free version as our platform for this, it was easier to crop photos and shout out StreamYard that we're using now. Like it's very landscapey banner. I couldn't crop I don't know, everything. The profile photos don't look as good.
It doesn't look as good, but it is pretty cool to see mass adoption in a cab. And yes, we think you should build it on Base. Let's get Base crypto in there. One last thing before
I wonder. No, I don't want to. I also wonder when you see Bitcoin accepted here. I'm just gonna everybody knows what Bitcoin is. It's just short for crypto. I wonder if that actually means Bitcoin versus I'm so curious now. What does that? Oh, I want to pay you in Bitcoin.
To ask him.
Is it Lightning? Is it Bitcoin? Or is it just meaning hey, I'll take crypto? And Ethereum doesn't have the same it doesn't roll off the tongue and sound as cool as Ethereum accepted here.
This is why my mom always just says, how's that Bitcoin thing going? It's like a shorthand for crypto. Yeah. It really is. It'll be interesting to see where we see more and more implementations of consumer crypto. I'm excited to see things like this with other types of crypto like Base, ETH, and things like that. One last thing. This was from Vitalik. And I'm just going to leave you with this to ponder for the day. Meters, kilograms, lean Celsius, but don't care too much either way. Abolish seasonal time changes for online calls, events, specify time in UTC. MDD date format. Ground floor is 0. Don't skip 4 and 13. Don't put sugar in cold tea. Simple rules for a civilized society. And then we had this from Foo Prophet. Vitalik can convince of almost anything, but never YMMDD. And I would agree with that.
No,
thoughts?
That is the best date format.
No. Oh my God. Horrible.
It is. Have you ever tried to sort dates or file names with dates in it? It's got to be YYYY first.
Oh my God. Really? So you agree with this whole list? My friend from America?
I have no problem with sugar and cold tea. Okay. Do what you want, people. And I don't like 0 as a ground floor.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Why would we skip 4? Is that unlucky in some cultures?
It must be unlucky in certain cultures. Yeah, I haven't seen 4 skipped. I've seen 13.
And of course, don't skip 13.
Yeah, that's silly.
And I was just thinking this actually recently, and I don't even know why, but it's here we are upset that people aren't adopting, fill in the blank of whatever you're working on that's emerging tech and why. And it just, the fact that we're not all on the metric system, people really don't it's very, very hard to change.
We're very hard to change. I did like that Vitalik is even responding to Foo Prophet here. This is not something one can be convinced of. I just think it's fun that Vitalik actually responds to people on here. And in case a little callback, in case you want to know why he left, that is why. And that is why. Because you won't get that on Twitter. We are out of time. that was a fun little not any major breaking news today, but a fun little recap of some things that have happened week so far. Anything else?
Going back to the why did he leave at the why did he leave? I don't actually think it's because of quality.
Leave. He also didn't leave, really. He just doesn't cast there. I mean, he doesn't cast there. He doesn't tweet as much.
But how are you, like, forget about the quality of replies, because we're going to get worse quality as more and more people come to Farcaster, as the world does. Like, well, it will fix that problem. Twitter can fix it. X can fix it. People can fix it. It's fixable.
Yep.
We don't have spam and email as much as we used to. But if you believe in blockchain networks and decentralization, how are you not going to be choosing to spend your time on Farcaster over another platform?
Exactly.
And once you're here, right, and everything gets, I don't know how anyone moves anywhere else. I mean, even playing around with air chat over the weekend, your brain switches when I'm like, wait, but what is the difference between the protocol layer and the app layer? And what other apps can I use? Like, I immediately don't want to use anything that's not built kind of in the.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. What I didn't pull this, and I should have, from Twitter, or I think Dan actually had pulled the tweet from Elon's going to start putting in a fee for everybody, a small fee for everybody who's writing to Twitter. I think if you don't have one of the, premier, whatever the paid subscriptions is, and it's to combat the bots and the spam. So I thought that was interesting. And it was kind of like, oh, you mean like Farcaster? Oh, interesting. So even Elon has to deal with spam. So there we go. And that's why he left. That's why he did leave. It was the spam and the bots. Anything else, Adrian, before we call it a day? And I'm actually going to try and get this out quicker than yesterday. That's for sure. It's going to be hard since I got it out at midnight yesterday.
Nothing else. It's been fun chatting Farcaster news. We're now in the we're now in the 90s, and a few away from our big 100 milestones. I'm getting excited for that. And chatters were fun today. Hi guys.
Yep, as always. And we'll see you on Friday. We have our regular show Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And next week, we're going to be on every day. So buckle up. It's going to be a big one leading up to our 100th the following week. So we will see you Friday. Have a lovely day, everybody. And bye-bye.